Welcome back to Align with Ali. This gentle stretch series is focused on relieving pelvic pain and discomfort. Find your mat and settle into a comfortable and safe space. We are going to start laying on your back. You're going to allow your knees to fall out to the side very gently, and please feel free to use props such as yoga blocks or bolsters to support those knees if this position doesn't feel comfortable. We're going to be going into a pelvic floor breath to release the pelvic floor. So I want you to shut your eyes and really visualize your pelvic floor. And as you take a deep inhale, I want you to imagine your pelvic floor releasing and creating more space, almost as if you're gently laying an egg. And as you exhale through your mouth, you're just allowing that pelvic floor to come back to resting position. You're going to inhale through your nose, you're going to feel your ribs expand, you're going to feel pelvic floor releasing towards your feet. Imagine your pelvic floor is like a flower and it's blossoming and opening as you take that inhale. And as you exhale, pelvic floor comes back to that resting position. You're going to do about 2 or 3 more breaths. Inhaling to release. Exhaling back to resting position. Inhale, release pelvic floor as if you're gently laying an egg. And exhale back to resting position. And then from here, we're just going to shift and rock our legs side to side if that feels comfortable, or you're welcome to do additional breaths here. And then from here, we're going to bring the knees up. Our feet are going to be flat on the mat. And we're going to come into a hip sway or a windshield wiper motion with the legs. Keeping your upper body grounded, you can allow one hip to peel off the mat as you go to one direction. You can bring your feet together or feet apart. Arms can come to a T. If you want to deepen this stretch through your whole spine, you may look in the opposite direction of your knees. If your legs are going left, you're going to turn your gaze to the right. Again, trying to keep your shoulder blades heavy, but your hips may lift off the mat, continuing your breath as you move. You're then going to grab your left knee and bring it into your chest, reaching your right leg long. You're just going to hold and breathe, and you're just pulling your leg up until it feels like it's in a comfortable position. From here, we're going to work into an obturator internus stretch, a deep muscle in your pelvic floor. You're going to grab the edge of your foot and the outside of your knee. You're pulling it towards your armpit and turning your foot inwards towards your body. From here, we're going to transition into a figure 4 stretch, taking that right leg as a support, crossing that left ankle over that knee, and hugging that right knee into the chest. You're just going to hold and take a few deep breaths here, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. If you wish to get into the hamstrings and mobilize your sciatic nerve a little bit in that right leg, you can point the toes and slowly reach the leg up to the ceiling and then flex your foot down to the floor. I'm going to do about 10 fluid reps here. You can do as many or as little as you want. And if moving the ankle with that knee feels like too much, you're welcome to just keep the ankle and foot relaxed. Again, this is going to mobilize the hamstrings and the sciatic nerve. When you've done about 10 of these, you can bring that right foot down to the mat, bring that left knee back into the chest for one last hug, and then you're going to switch sides. Reaching that left leg long, right knee comes into the chest. You're just holding and breathing into a comfortable range of motion for you and your body. And then we're going to get into that obturator internus stretch on this side. So grabbing my knee and pulling it towards my elbow while twisting that foot and ankle in towards my chest. And again, you're just stretching until it feels like a tolerable stretch for you. If you need to take breaks, you're more than welcome to take breaks. If you want to hold longer, you can hold longer. From here, we're bending that left knee, crossing the right ankle over that left knee, and we're holding in that figure 4 stretch. You can rock side to side. You can hold the stretch as is. And then when you're ready, we can begin getting into the left hamstrings a little bit. Again, you can do as many or as little as you want. I'm going to do 10 repetitions. I'm pointing my toe up to the ceiling, flexing the foot down, and I'm not forcing anything here. If you can't straighten out that leg all the way, that's okay. A nice fluid motion. This is also known as sciatic nerve flossing. So making sure we're mobilizing all the parts of the leg and the hip. Keeping your breath fluid with every motion, thinking about that pelvic floor breath throughout this stretching series. One last hug of that right knee into your chest, and then both feet come back down onto the mat. From here, we're going to work into a pelvic tilt. So you're going to tip that tailbone, arch the back. Then you're going to tuck that tailbone, pressing your spine into the mat. Inhale to tip, create that space. Exhale to curl, tucking that tailbone, pushing your back into the mat. One last repetition, each direction, and then we are going to transition onto hands and knees, beginning with a cat-cow. So hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. You're pressing down, rounding through the spine, tucking that tailbone, looking between the knees. Then you're sinking the belly, arching the back, and looking up to the ceiling, opening that chest. You can exhale to round and tuck. Inhale as you open and imagine that pelvic floor opening and widening as you reach the belly down to the floor and reach your chest up to the ceiling. So it's exhale to tuck and curl, inhale to arch that back. And again, including that pelvic floor visualization, especially as you inhale and arch. The sitting bones are coming apart, they're separating, you're creating space in that pelvic region. This is great for not only the pelvic floor, but just great for overall spinal mobility, and is just a generally very calming exercise. From here, we're going to start moving in and out of a child's pose. So knees are under hips again, hands begin to reach towards the end of your mat, and you send those hips back and forth. Now you have a few options here. You may just hold a nice long child's pose, widening your knees as much as you feel comfortable, or you can shift back and forth on and off of the wrists if that feels comfortable for you. You may also do a variation of both. So I'm starting off by shifting, and then I go into a longer hold. And again, you're going to include that pelvic floor breath or diaphragmatic breath if you find the pelvic floor breath a bit too difficult. You're inhaling through your nose, you're visualizing that pelvic floor lengthening, reaching, opening, and exhaling as it comes back to neutral. If you want to get an additional side stretch through the body, you may take one of your arms and cross it over to the opposite side of the mat, and then make sure you're doing both sides if you do choose to add in that option. Again, you're taking your breath with you through every movement. From here, we're going to shift our body forward, and you're going to bring your right leg through to come into a pigeon. So I crossed my right leg forward in front of my chest while my left leg reaches back. With this exercise, you may prop up onto your hands, your elbows, or even just flat with your chest close to the mat, like I'm doing here. It depends on your range of motion and how this feels in your body. So always choose the best option for you. And you're taking that pelvic floor breath with you once again. From here, you can tuck your left toes and begin to shift your body back into a downward dog. In this position, you may hold a downward dog or you may pedal the feet, stretching through the calves, the hamstrings, getting a stretch through the shoulders, and a perfect way to transition into the opposite side for another pigeon stretch. And again, you may hold these positions longer. When holding any stretch, you want to hold upwards to 60 seconds or more to get a big change through that muscle. Inhaling through your nose again, exhaling through your mouth. Thinking about that pelvic floor as it opens, as it blossoms. Imagine that you're gently laying that egg, and then bringing it back to neutral with your exhale. One more downward dog. Again, you may hold downward dog or pedal the feet, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then we are going to come onto our bellies for a cobra, opening the chest, stretching the abdomen, taking a few deep breaths here. And if this doesn't feel comfortable for your back, switch it up for a child's pose. So either stretch whatever feels best for you and your body in this moment. You can also do both like I did here. Lastly, we are going to sit in a butterfly position. One hand on my chest, one hand on my belly for some feedback. You can sit still or you can rock side to side. You're inhaling through your nose, feeling your ribs and belly expand. Again, imagining pelvic floor releasing. And then exhaling through your mouth, allowing your pelvic floor to come back to a resting position. You're going to do as many as you need to finish off this class, and you are welcome to repeat any stretch that you need to. Remember to always listen to your body, and if your body is craving a certain stretch, please feel free to take a little bit more time with it. Thank you again for taking the time to watch my channel. I look forward to bringing you more stretches and workouts very soon.